What's up everyone, John from ARTV. It's time for a review of the new EP mixtape by Dillon Francis, a American DJ producer. It's called This Mixtape Is Fire. You might recall Dillon Francis just had an album drop last year, his first full length called Money Sucks, Friends Rule, and you can check my review of that linked in the description down below if you're curious. But overall I was pretty positive. Spoiler alert there, I liked most of it. There were some really melodic songs on there. He had some great vocal guests on, like Brendan Urie. Of course, he had the first Hot 100 hit in the form of Get Low, which was one of my favorite songs of 2014, and he's already back with a new EP. He's working with the likes of Bro Safari, Skrillex, and of course the UK DJ who is now apparently dating Taylor Swift, Calvin Harris. What I like about Dillon Francis is that he doesn't seem to take himself too seriously. He has a lot of fun songs that could definitely thrive in a club setting, but they're not generic. In fact, they're anything but that. This album really just sees him bringing some ideas to life, lighting the spark underneath them, and making some really fun songs out of something that could ordinarily just be mundane. I feel like he's even poking fun through the album artwork that he has here, just having like a stock flame photo over his face on this thing and then having the text all aligned to the right on like the actual title of the mixtape. I don't know, for some reason I just thought that was really clever in a sense and really funny. The first track that I heard off of this thing was, I think, the first one that was released. There wasn't a ton of time in between the actual announcement and then the release of this EP, but it's definitely more of like a almost reggae dance inspired thing, and I don't know how I really feel about it. I definitely like it more than I do the first time I heard it, because I was really hyped up for this track whenever I first heard about it. I mean, Skrillex and of course Dillon Francis himself, two of my favorite mainstream producers, and them coming together on a track, I thought this thing was going to be huge, but the first few listens I just was kind of sitting there like, this is alright. Kind of felt lukewarm towards it at best. It's one of those tracks that, yeah, it's gonna get the party going, along with the track that also appears on this EP, Pull It, with Bro Safari. I mean, they're pretty fun songs, especially the more you hear them, the more you can't really help but kind of bob your head and tap your foot along to them, but there's not a ton there. Whenever I find that this EP really starts to thrive and really take off is whenever it starts embedding these songs in the back of my head. The melodies are there, and I just see all the intricate work that Francis is pouring into this, along with the other DJs that he worked with, and I can really start to see that on the opening track, Bruk, I Need Your Lovin'. It's one of those tracks that's got some great soulful sampled vocals on this thing, along with the track that appears right after that, the track What's Your Name that he did with the UK DJ Calvin Harris. But the opening track has this great energy to it. There's a huge drop that's just a blast to listen to, and I think that Francis often captures that and encapsulates everything that I want to hear from him in this EP. Not only on this track, I mentioned What's Your Name with Calvin Harris as well. Now, if you saw my review of Motion, his full length that came out last year, wasn't too huge on that, and I really dismissed most of it as kind of like boring, generic EDM territory stuff, but they came together and made a great song that's definitely going to be great for your next party here. Definitely not the best song on this EP, but it's really stealing the show with its high-pitched electronic sounds that fly in and soar, especially during the drop of this track, led in by these kind of steady and catchy synth hits that kind of loop all throughout, and once again, some more of those soulful vocals that get thrown on there for added effect. I think Francis felt a little bit more comfortable experimenting here on this EP, and that showed by doing tracks like the one near the end of this thing, Lies, with Chromeo, a duo that I really like. I haven't heard a ton of their material, but what I have heard, really enjoyed. Love that song Jealous off of their last LP that dropped a couple of years ago, I believe it was. And it's a really short tune, definitely inspired by indie and rock music, more guitars than dance-styled music on this track, and I'm not sure how Francis's fans are going to react to this, but I would love to see him do more stuff like this. And then there's one that I would really love to see cross over to mainstream success, and that's the track Come Over, which is one of my favorites on this thing. Features vocals from Kygo and of course James Hersey. He makes this track stand out from the pack, and of course Francis comes in with some different production choices here on this track, and I think it really works, even if it is a huge change of pace. And then Hersey comes in with these vocals that still have like a lighter tone to them, but still seem to be really powerful. I love how sweet they come across. They just kind of stick to your eardrum. My overall favorite might just be the remix of a song that appeared on his debut full-length record called I Can't Take It. This is the Party Favor remix, and this song goes off. Hot damn, this song is so powerful. The bass drop on this thing is just out of this world. The beat goes incredibly bonkers on this thing, and it's just more unstable than like my relationship with my cat. Wait, what?
You better give me that beer, Darlene.
Francis just goes hard in the paint on this one, throws the points up on the scoreboard, and just has this lush instrumental that has influences from all across the board. It's just one of those tracks that the more you listen to it, the more fun you're going to have with it. And that's how I feel about this EP in general. This EP isn't going to be for everyone. Not everyone's going to get on Dillon Francis's boat, but that's okay because they don't have to. This is just my opinion. Wanted to share some brief off-the-cuff thoughts on this EP with you guys just because I really am enjoying it, having a lot of fun with it. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. For me personally, I'm gonna go with a 4 out of 5 for this mixtape is fire. So if you've heard this thing and actually survived the flame attack that probably exploded from your screen after listening to it, let me know your thoughts on it down below. And of course, if there are other albums you would like to see me tackle, let me know with a comment. Sound off down below, upvote some of the ones that you think I should actually tackle and maybe I didn't see in the comments. Thanks for watching. Smash that like button while you're down there. Maybe subscribe to the channel because friends don't let friends go unsubscribed. Other than that, I'll see you very soon, right here on ARTV.